Okay, in this video I'm going to show you some of the telemetry features of the Spectrum DX8, and the module here is the TM1000, which plugs into the bind data port on the AR1000 receiver. Now what also happens is you have these sensors that plug into the telemetry port, and one of them is a temperature probe. That red point there, you're supposed to put it around the glow plug engine and it will tell you the temperature of the motor. And the other one is a battery voltage sensor. So I've got it plugged into this small battery off my E-flite beast. So it'll actually give us the voltage of this battery. It automatically gives us the voltage of the receiver in the aircraft, and the temperature if you want that accessory. Now the other thing is, it looks like there are going to be future updates to that, because in the transmitter itself there's a whole lot of other options such as airspeed, altitude, GPS position and so forth. Anyway, what we need to do is we need to bind this module to the transmitter. So how we do that, now this is a bit hard to do with only two hands and filming at the same time, so please forgive me if it looks a bit clumsy. But basically you press that button in. While you're pressing it in, you turn it on and you get flashing on the TM1000. Now we'll just put that a metre away and we'll bind this to the radio. So holding the bind button, turn on the Spectrum DX8 and you'll see it's picked up the DSMX receiver and it's picked up that there is telemetry attached. So that's gone through a successful bind. And there we have it. Now you can see in the top left hand corner there's a little signal strength meter telling you how much actual power is coming from the telemetry module. Now I tested this yesterday and I got well over 2 kilometers. I literally walked holding the receiver and my wife was holding the transmitter, and we had mobile phone contact, and I had a handheld GPS to measure distances accurately. We got well over 2 kilometers, and the actual receiver itself was nicely connected to the radio out to well over 3 kilometers. So there's absolutely no issues there with range. You know, by that sort of distance, I was looking back to where my wife was, and the car, even the car that she was sitting in, was virtually undiscernible. Okay, so the range is not an issue. Now let's have a look at what features we get with the telemetry. First of all, we've got the volts. 8.3 is the voltage of that little E-flite battery. 4.9 is the voltage of the receiver, and you can see temperature 27 degrees. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that temperature probe just there in my fingers, and as I hold it, just the temperature from my fingers, you can see it going up straight away. Okay, now the little F and the H, the F is the frame loss and the H is the hold. Now the only way we could simulate a hold is basically to move out of range. Well, what I'll do is I'll turn the radio off, turn it on again. So that simulated a loss of contact, and there you can see it's actually registered one hold. Okay, so you get updates of whether your receiver is actually losing contact with the radio in flight, which I think is pretty cool. Scrolling that roller to the right, there's a few other options there, and I think the A, B, L and R are telling you how many times the respective antennas on the receiver have lost signal. Now obviously that happened because I turned the radio off. It's also got the receiver voltage there as well. Then move the roller once again. We've got a bigger display of onboard voltage and temperature. Remove it again. It shows altitude and speed. Now I don't know how that is sensed, but maybe they're going to release a GPS module in the future. And here we have a maximum and minimum page, which appears to store all the maximum, minimum. There you go. Minimum temperature 27, maximum 31 volts, minimum 8.3, maximum 8.3. Okay, that looks like all that is. Yeah, so the telemetry feature is pretty nifty. Thanks for watching.